back again. It's me, Aine, Divine. Have a look at the links below if you want to know more about what I do. This is part 2 of a painting of a rocking horse. I say painting. In the time between me filming the first part and this part 2, I stuck on a bit of collage. Now, the collage represents the curtains I would like to have, not actually the curtain that's there, but I quite like the pattern of it in the background there. And as it passes through the body of the horse, I reckon it allows us to know that the horse exists in front of the curtain. So it's kind of causing us to, it's creating depth really in the painting. All right, so I'm going to carry on. I didn't get the neighbours' children to come in and film me in the end because, as you can see, the light is diminishing quickly, and I thought I'll just bring the camera closer now for the next phase. I have some idea of what I'm going to do next, I think. Yeah, okay. So continue with the collage. I've got some PVA glue here, and I'm going to stick on something for that bit. There's a piece of collage I found here. It's like some sort of stained glass art or something I found in a magazine. And if the person who made it is watching, it's very beautiful. Thank you for doing that, and I hope it's okay to use part of your image from a magazine on there. Anyway, I think it is. Okay. Next step now is to cover with collage again a bit. So I've got some white paper here, and I want to cover that. I quite like the sweep of the neck, and there's a bit here that's standing out that I want to cover with white, because it being watercolour, I could attempt to lift it off, and it will probably lift off okay, but I really just want to cover it quickly, and so I used white paper, which is kind of see-through, so it's not really working, but anyway, it's fine. Now, what am I going to do next? I think I'm going to use some of the cadmium red, or maybe the Jackson's red. I was telling you in the last, oh fuck, I forgot to put on the microphone. Okay. I was telling you in the last part. Hi, now you can hear me properly. I was telling you in part 1 that I was doing a review for Jackson's of their watercolour paints. And so this one here is a Jackson's red. And I'm going to use that, I think, for the bottom of the rocking horse. It's actually a bright red. So let's see now. I think I just need to print the edge of the, it's kind of up here actually. About there, I think. So I'm just going to print using the edge of this Rosemary & Co brush. And I'll pull it that way to create the kind of parallelogram. And I think a bit of the cadmium red in there, which is Winsor & Newton cadmium red, will work for the downward part of it. And the bit that goes over to there. And I'm going to print some here as well as it runs through the body of the horse, over to where the stirrup will be. And then it'll extend out the front. And of course it gets quite significantly brighter. It gets brighter there because the light is falling on it. So I'll just use the cadmium on its own for that little parallelogram shape on that side. But you know, it's not very bright, is it? Put a bit more colour in it. That's okay. And now I'm just going to do this, because I was getting a bit kind of stuck or something. So I don't know if that was a good or a bad idea, but it's done now. And what I might do actually is just lift off little bits where I don't want there to be so much of a massacre. And those can represent the legs, maybe along with some collage as well. The red here, the red splashes can represent the legs of the horse. Put some collage on there. And a little bit, so this is just PVA glue I'm using, or wood glue, it sticks really well. And I want to put a bit here as well, so that again, a bit like the curtain, it runs through the horse, and we know that there's the horse is overlapping The horse's leg is overlapping the red of the frame. To make that more convincing, I'm going to fill in that little triangle there as well. There we are. Okay, that's all right. I might just push some up there too. Can I get a feel for that back leg? I'll do a bit more to the front frame at the front, and the bit more I could do to the frame at the front might be also to stick on some collage, for goodness sake. Might as well, as I've got glue in my finger still. But it looks a little bit more like a darker dull red there because it's not in the light. So I wonder whether that, well, it might work. It's different anyway from what went on before. You know, something like that kind of reminds me about the idea I had for the straps on the horse. But first I think really I need to continue with the paint. So using some burnt sienna. Sometimes the paint is so dry that you have to kind of keep agitating it in order to make it fluid enough. And to be honest, I don't even know if it's burnt sienna that I'm picking up there. Kind of doesn't look like it to me. Maybe this one, that's burnt sienna there. Okay. But actually that other colour, which looks like a light red or something, that might also be work for this place here. So I'm just pushing up and lifting so that I get something that represents the I should know what that thing is after our horse-drawn holiday fiasco. That's for another episode. It's quite a tricky thing to get on the horse. Straddle or something, is it? Or something starting with S. Maybe that's what that thing is. I'm going to try and kind of occupy the space find a colour to occupy that space first before putting any collage over there, if even I do put collage on there. And the same with this part here, the bridle. It's all coming back to me now. So when the children were 13, 5 and 3, I went with them to Wicklow on a horse-drawn caravan holiday for a week with my friend Carol, who's also a single mom with her 2 young teenagers. And we were put in charge, I really can't believe it, of a caravan and a horse, 2 horses, because Hope had saved up enough to pay for a horse of her own to ride alongside the caravan. No, none of us had any experience with horses. I'm really impressed with Hope at 13 being able to manage a horse called Aine for a week. My horse was called Mike, and I had to say hike anytime I wanted him to stop. And geez, he was powerful. He was some animal and really taught me to use my voice, which was no harm at the time. So anyway, we survived it. And the guy, I always remember this, the guy at the horse-drawn caravan, you know, the place where they rented them out to us, he said to me as we came back down after a week kind of traipsing around the back roads of Wicklow with these poor horses and children in tow, he said to me when he saw us coming back, he said, Jesus, I was tearful, you know. He said, and I saw you coming back down the hill there, just tears in my eyes because I never thought you'd make it.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Erin. I'm on a video here, I'm almost finished. So this is Erin, who owns the rocking horse. Do you want to come say hello?
No.
Where's Lily?
She went to
Oh, really? No, I've got just another half a minute. Right, with all my talk now, I've not actually done very much, have I? Just before you go, I'm going to do an indigo saddle. After all, I think I will just use the indigo there because I've got the collage now to make it a bit different. If the video runs out before I've done this, just to say my name is Aine Devine
have a look at the links below if you want to know more about what. Stop laughing there. If you want to know more about what I do